You got this, Rick. Morty, Rick. Um, Let me see what the fudge I can do here.
Whenever you're ready. We're going.
Don't.
We're live.
Don't push me, man.
Rick.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right, I'm trying to figure some shit out, but apparently that's not gonna work. But let's just do it. Welcome everybody to Exploit 46 Guy Party Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Albert Broody.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
It is not a bug, it is a feature. Got our other host slash co-host slash other host, main host, Matty Brook Daddy.
Hey,
coming to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Well, outside of Philly, but close enough.
Whatever, he lives in Pennsylvania. So yeah, welcome to Guy Party Podcast. Podcast about video games, movies, comics, anything fun, anything we feel like talking about.
Life.
And life. That's about it. We apologize. We haven't been around in 2 weeks or so, but hey, you know, things happen. Life happens.
What?
My parents were in town, so
Were they in town last weekend? Is that
they
why
were
we
in
also
town
didn't
for
do it last
10
weekend?
days straight.
Okay, I couldn't remember why we didn't do it last weekend. I couldn't remember if it was a me thing or a you thing. I assumed it was you thing because I don't have a life outside of work.
It's always a me thing, unfortunately. But you know, it is what it is at this point.
That's
you know?
that's living the bachelor life, man. I don't have to deal with that.
Lucky, but then again, it's good. It's good
I
in
was,
its own ways.
I was gonna say it goes back and forth.
Pros and eggs.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Pros and eggs, pros cons. Oof. I almost had to do a PR speech there. Sorry.
Gonna leave that on you.
Pros cons.
It's not that's not on me.
That is on me. Anyway, welcome to Guy Party Podcast, where we are guys and we're having a party and we're talking.
A party of two.
Table party of two. Anyway, what'd you do in the past 2 weeks, dude? I have not talked to you because I've been in a bubble.
Yeah. So what have I done? Well, as you can see if you're watching the video portion, I am not in the same position I was in.
Matt likes to switch up positions. Interesting.
Who doesn't? You can't stay in one position for too long. That gets boring.
I'm trying to figure it out.
What?
Oh, that's the classic arm fold, lean back, like you don't know shit.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
Are you in the same location? But did you do like a green, like sheet or blue sheet or something, and drape it behind you with like
Close. That's actually really close.
Is there cardboard involved?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
didn't know what
this
sides
came
were.
in cardboard.
Okay. Is that an actual legit green screen then?
It's like a green cloth. I think it said green screen when I ordered it. But yeah, pretty much I rotated my desk 90 degrees. And then hung this up. So when I stream, I can just cut out the background and it's just me. I take up less room on the stream. Stuff like that.
Okay. So it's just you, the physical you. This is like your outline of your body.
And I think you see Mr. Pikachu there hanging out with me.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, he's there hanging out.
Dude, that's a great little thingy.
I know. I am so freaking glad I bought this. Like,
Dude,
and
awesome.
it makes it even better now that Ryan Reynolds is going to be both Pikachu and Deadpool.
Applause.
But yeah, so it took me a little while to figure out like how to get like the whole green screen thing to work and like cancel out like all the green. Pretty much what I had to do was, luckily I actually had like 2 light bulbs burn out me on lights right there, and they were like they were the warm lighting ones, so they're like the orangish colors.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm gonna get like the whiter lights. Because whenever you see like lighting in studios and stuff, it's always those lights. It's like the whiter lights. It's not the orange lights. So it's like, I'll get those. So I got those, and then it was taking off this side of green pretty well, but it wasn't taking off this side too well. So I had to take a desk lamp that I've had in my place for a while, put it on like a little like tub, and I put the new light in it. But the new light wasn't working, but I found out if I wedge something in between the light and the bottom of like the circle thing, it works.
Okay.
So I have a broken climbing foothold wedged underneath the. I'll actually just show you.
This is awkwardly engineered. Okay, no,
because when this foothold isn't in there, the light doesn't work. And now I'm awkwardly dark on the one side.
Just a loose connection. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. But with that, then it can help cancel out like the whole greenness of it.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been doing that. What have I been doing? I've been reading a little bit more.
Reading what?
I'm reading the first book. So I've been reading comics, but I've also started actually reading the first book of the Witcher series.
The Book of Mormon. Okay, I see.
I think. Well, I don't remember last time if I said if I've been streaming The Witcher again.
Yes, Witcher 2.
Restarted Witcher 2. Having a blast through that. I think I have. I don't even know how many hours at this point. Probably close to 15 to 20 hours right now.
Nice.
And I think I'm only like 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through the game.
Oh damn! A lot of side missions or just a long game?
Both.
Because I am about to hop into Witcher 3 and I want to kind of to digest what's going to be happening.
I think we've talked about this before, or maybe it was my boss at work I was talking to about, because he games a lot also. I was like, the side missions in The Witcher isn't just like, oh, pick this up for me and bring it back. It's like, hey, we're having this issue with like X, Y, or Z. So it's like, all right, so you go do it, and it like takes you like sometimes like 2 or 3 steps further than just going and then coming back.
So it almost feels like a main mission in some aspects.
Yeah, like.
Okay.
Did I send you the one picture of the fucking mission I did? I guess I didn't.
So.
So I'm like, in chapter 2. There's like the prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2, and apparently an epilogue. I'm in chapter 2.
Okay.
And I run into this one guy, and he's like, yeah, I have this guy. He's buying harpy feathers. So if you can go out and collect them for me, I'll pay you, so I can get paid from this guy. It's like,
yeah,
all right, deal. Like, I want to level up, kill some harpies, get levels, get money. Deal.
Dude, I love killing harpies.
So it starts off at 15 feathers. It's like, all right, that's not bad. I kill a couple harpies, get 15 feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Go turn him in, and he's like, all right, I was talking to the guy, I want 30 feathers now. It's like, all right.
Oh.
So reset the spawns, like by resting for like 24 hours and then going back killing a bunch. And I had to like reset it, I think I was able to get 30 from all the harpies that spawned. So I go talk to him, turn him in. He's like, all right, I want 80 now. I was like, fucking hell, man.
You son of a bitch.
And like, I was talking to him and doing the dialogue choices. I'm like, you're paying me double for this. Like, this is a lot of work. Like, you said it yourself. It's Witcher's work. Like, not anyone can do it. You're paying me double. And he's like, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Sure. But, I don't want any trouble. Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think I have a picture of it on my phone. Because I don't want to explain what it is. I just want to show what it is. But I go and spend, like, 10 minutes of,
your precious life.
Yeah, get him feathers. Yeah. And...
hopefully
he's
I can
like,
see this.
I hand in the feathers. He's like, cool, come back in like a couple days and I'll have something for you. I'm like, all right. Okay. So I come back in a couple days, and I hope that's not necessarily coming up.
Is that an outfit made out of feathers?
Yes, he dyed the feathers yellow and made himself like a giant chicken.
I am a yardbird. What's up? Jesus.
I walked in, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
A what? You what now? Huh?
Yeah. But funny thing is, like, you get these things called trophies, at least in the second one. Essentially, like, when you kill, like, a big monster, it just gives you a trophy and adds, like, armor and, like, other bonuses.
Yeah,
well, his little nose that he made, he gives you a replica of it. You can put the little nose on, and when you put it on as a trophy, Geralt is actually wearing the nose on him. And it's like, all right, that's
pretty good.
That's pretty fucking funny.
I'll accept that.
Yeah. But yeah, cool. I've been playing a lot of that, knocking out a bunch of achievements.
I can't find anything.
The cool thing, at least with 2, I don't know if 3 is going to be the same way, but 2 in chapter 1, like, it takes, like, I'm trying to think of how, but I guess it's kind of like in Fallout, how you, like, choose which side you want to go with, and, like, a faction almost. It gives you, like, a path A, path B option.
Yeah.
And like the very original time I did it, let's say I like went with the one guy and went into chapter 2 and was like, all right, I kind of remember this, and then like got into chapter 2 and was playing blind, and then this time around I went with the other guy. And chapter 2 started, and I was like, all right, yeah, I kind of remember this. But then like after that, it was like completely different because I went with a different guy. So it was like I went with a different faction essentially. So it was like, oh shit, like this is all stuff I don't know what I'm doing. This is perfect. So I only played through. Though. Yeah, I only essentially played through the first chapter and the prologue, knowing kind of what happens.
Dude, that's what gaming's all about, man. Replayability. Yeah, I love that.
Exactly.
I mean, that's why I gotta go do some new game plus shit and some games and whatnot. So that's.
I think Witcher 3 has that, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
But then, actually, let me pull up Steam because that will really tell me what I've actually been playing. I don't know.
You been playing online some peeps?
Been playing GTA a lot, having fun in that with friends. Doing random shenanigans. I beat the original Resident Evil in under 3 hours. For an achievement, for actually 2 achievements. There's an achievement for under 3 hours and under 5 hours. Obviously, I followed a guide because I wasn't going to be able to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, some of the shit you have to do.
Yeah, I think though when I beat it, I ended up getting like 5 achievements off of that one run because it was like under 3 hours, under 5 hours. There's 2 characters that you can play as, Jill and Chris. So I played as Jill, who I was first time playing as her. So I got an achievement for beating it with her. I got an achievement for not saving anybody as her, and I got an achievement for beating the game with both Chris and Jill.
There you go.
So it like knocked out 5 achievements right there out of the 44 available ones. So it's like knocking those numbers up, which was fucking fantastic.
Get those numbers up, man. Gotta get those numbers up.
Gotta get those rookie numbers up, man.
Dude, I feel like such a bitch trophy wise, but
I lost it. I lost the drive for like a little bit, and then like just like this past week, it was like, all right, let's sit back down, let's start knocking out trophies.
Dude, I haven't. Oh man.
But one game.
I'll tell you.
One game I'm really looking forward to of really grinding out trophies is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah. Okay. What the hell is this?
It just came out this past weekend. It's by the developers are FromSoft, so they're the same guys that did Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, like the hard games.
So that's right up your damn alley.
So yeah, so like when FromSoft first announced they were doing a new game, everyone was like, yes, like we're excited for this, we're gonna love it. And FromSoft was like, however, this game isn't gonna be related to Dark Souls or that universe in any way. And people were like, all right, like,
well, how's it gonna
be? We like that, but okay.
Why wouldn't you? It's a whole new experience. Why would you like that?
Well, I think it was just like that meant the mechanics weren't necessarily going to be the same.
Okay.
Which they aren't, because I feel this way, and I feel like a lot of veteran Soulsborne players feel this way, where we're used to the.
You actually call them Soulsborne players?
That's the universe, because there's Bloodborne, which is like the cousin of Dark Souls. Okay. Like Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 are like, brothers. Demon Souls is like, I would say like the father, because it started it all. Okay. And then Bloodborne would be like the cousin. Because it's like it's they don't have one yet.
Cuphead.
Like it. A little too cartoony though.
Yeah.
No, but like Sekiro is like, the cousin of the cousin, I guess you could say. Like it's like far off, distantly related, like just by
twice
difficulty.
Removed by marriage,
something like that.
I don't even know his name, kind of thing.
Like your grandfather's cousin's granddaughter.
Niece. Yeah, some fuck.
But it was like even like a bunch of like Soulsborne players. Like we had to like going into it. We're like, all right, we're ready for this. And going in, we're like, at least for me, it started off and it was like, all right, this isn't too hard, it's basic same mechanics for the most part, dodging, learning enemy attacks. Stamina is a little bit different, where instead of having like a stamina bar in Dark Souls, you have like this poise bar, which you also see on enemies. So like if it fills up, your poise can be broken essentially, or no, I think it's called posture, and essentially that can lead to you being able to do a killing blow to them, or they can do it to you. So you kind of have to manage that, and obviously if you don't attack quick enough, it starts going back down. If you don't attack them, their starts going down. If they don't attack you, your starts going back down, which you want it to be essentially 0.
Okay, gotcha. I'm following.
So like that took a little bit of time to like get used to. But the biggest thing I've noticed is like three things. One, in Dark Souls and Bloodborne, like essentially if you died, all your souls, which was like your currency, your experience to level up, all that stuff, was sitting where you died. And if you died on the way back to get it, it was gone forever. Oh. But you could go and pick it back up. So if I died with 60,000 souls somewhere, and I got back to there and collected it, I got 60,000 souls back. But if I died getting there, it's gone forever. And I just have to earn it back.
That's kind of shitty.
It's kind of shitty, but it also teaches it teaches you patience, and 2, you can always get it back.
Yeah.
Like enemies respawn, which is something that's same with Sekiro. Enemies respawn except for certain enemies, which is the same thing with Dark Souls. But the one thing that we had to reprogram was boss fights. Like in Dark Souls, you could kind of just like hug the hitbox and just wait for your opening attack. These guys are very like the hitboxes are their attacks are a lot more fluid, so it's harder to just kind of hug a person and wait for them to attack. Yeah. And essentially, they have multiple health bars, where if you break their posture, and you get a kill and blow, like they have little circles above their health, and each circle is essentially like a health bar. So if you break their posture and get a health kill and blow, it takes away one of the circles.
So it's like a heart in Zelda or something, but his heart is more resilient.
Kind of. The way I would more like it. Have you played Metroid?
I did not.
So in Metroid, you could get like energy cells, I think they were called, which was essentially like health bars.
Okay.
And in each energy cell, you had 99 hit points, and then when it depleted, you would go to the next energy cell. Gotcha. Okay. Something like that. For those that play Metroid, you would understand what I'm talking about. I think they're called energy cells.
I understand now.
Yeah. And then the other thing is like some enemies have an unblockable attack, but when they do it, it can be like one of 3 different attacks, which all require different evasive maneuvers. Some is jump, some is like side dash, some is block, and you just gotta like see what they're gonna do and just make the right decision, or else you're gonna get fucking wrecked.
Well, damn. So is it hard now then?
Yes. Okay. It's like started off like pretty easy, and then like within like the first hour and a half, 2 hours, it was like, all right, difficulty's picking up. You know, you got to reprogram parts of the brain of what I'm used to doing in Dark Souls, and
yeah.
I'm enjoying it. So I'm enjoying eventually going into the game and really delving in and getting all the achievements. Going to be a while.
What's the story? I have no idea about this game.
That's a good question.
A quick synopsis, if you don't mind.
Pretty much, you kind of just take over the character, and what seems like is you are going to save your master, who's like a young teenage child.
Okay.
And
young teenage child.
Yeah, shut up. Adolescent.
Okay.
But pretty much like you're going to protect him, and then he gets kidnapped, and you're essentially going to try and save him. And you don't have your memory, you have amnesia for some reason, and like you can go back into memories eventually and like kind of learn things about your past. So it's kind of like
Breath of the Wild. I don't know shit.
Yes, that's actually a really good comparison. It's kind of Breath of the Wild, where you're kind of going back into memories, but you're playing in the memories. It's not like a cutscene like Breath of the Wild. Okay. Like in Sekiro, you are going back and you are fighting guys and you're collecting things and doing all that.
Cool, dude. Sounds fun.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm having a blast with it. And one thing before we get to yours, that just happened right before it was actually released. I just lost it. I don't know where the link went. But essentially, some guy did a god run of the Soulsborne games, where essentially he beat Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. I think he might have done Bloodborne also, without getting hit, right before Sekiro was released.
Once, not getting hit at all.
Correct.
How many times did he play those goddamn games?
He probably is a speedrunner because like he did it in a total of like a day, I think.
Dude, I wish I had the fucking time.
All those games you can beat within like an hour.
Wish I had the time, man.
So, yeah, it was pretty amazing to hear that, especially since it was right before the release of Sekiro.
And especially how hard those games are notorious for. You know, like the difficulty of those games are just top notch.
Well, they're definitely
But I guess you
games.
play it 1,000 times, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's one thing I've always said where like Dark Souls has a rap for being bad, but it's the mechanics is just a steep learning curve. Once you learn the mechanics, it's not as hard as people think it is.
Gotcha.
It's punishing but fair.
Punishing but fair.
Like it doesn't give
Just
you any
like I
cheap
like it.
deaths. Doesn't give you
Just
cheap
like I
deaths.
like
Every death you could have
Yeah.
prevented.
That's true.
So,
But
but how was your 2 weeks?
Dude,
Nothing. Got it.
have you tried to entertain somebody for 10 days? Okay.
Myself.
Let's put it this way. If you have two people in your house that are almost polar opposites, one likes to do things outside, go hiking and whatever, the other one likes to sit inside and watch TV, and you have to entertain both of them for 2 days. They're 10 days.
Yeah.
It was daunting to say the least.
Yeah.
But it was very fun. We had a good time. Went to see a lot of cool shit with my parents. They came to visit for 10 days, and I didn't do shit besides just like, okay, what do you guys want to do? Where do you guys want to go eat? So we did that, and yesterday we were just like, we're so beat. I finally threw the pre-sequel back on,
Nice.
and I have one achievement left, one trophy. Technically two, but the one is to get all trophies. So the one with the platinum. So I have
Nice.
one fucking trophy left. I have to just pretty much get to level 25 with Claptrap and do all of his Vault Hunter EXE abilities. And once I do that, pop, platinum trophy, and I can move on to Witcher 3 finally. But and dude, I just hung out with my parents and didn't do anything. But before that week, I streamed for the first time
You did.
ever. A couple times actually.
I popped into one of them.
Yeah, you chatted up for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was I don't know what to say.
You
If
just
that
got
makes sense. I have never had to talk when I was playing
ramble.
video games before, except I was chatting.
Ramble.
I pretty much was like observational, like, okay, gonna walk through here.
Yeah,
This
it's
guy.
definitely harder on like the pre-sequel when you're playing a game that you've played hundreds of times and they're just like farming for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I play through like The Witcher and Sekiro, it's a little bit easier because it's like blind playthroughs. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm like just explaining. Okay, I'm gonna go do this. I'm looking for this. Hopefully this guy has that. You know, stuff like that. But yeah.
I'm gonna deal with Witcher. I'm gonna stream the entire Witcher 3. I think.
You should wait to start Witcher 3 until I'm about to start it, and then we can kind of like
always
play through
We
it
always
together.
say that, and we never do it. We always say it, and we never do it. We still have to play Bloodborne together. If you can you? Or
You
at
can.
the same time?
I mean, you can play Bloodborne like co-op
Yeah. Why the fuck don't we? You have a PS4.
because
You have the game.
Don't seem to have time.
I don't. But now I might. Because
It's
you know.
you are the bottleneck in this situation.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't buy a PC, because I don't have the time. Why put the money into it if I can only play like an hour every other day? It's like, meh.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, dude. Besides that, I really just I don't really think people care to hear about what I did with my parents. So just hang out with parents and played some game. After this, I'm gonna try to level up the Claptrap just to see if I can get that fucking trophy, and I'll probably stream it. So
Do it.
we shall see. Yeah. So, Matt, I have a question to pose to you.
Okay.
It's a little bit weird, a little bit out there, but
Just a little.
yeah, it's the question of the week. What I mean, what are you gonna do? It's random. It's random and dumb. It's a two-part question. If you can have any pet in the world, any animal as a pet, what would it be? And once you got that pet, you can ask it 3 questions. what would those be?
Does it have to be a currently living animal?
No, fuck that. It can be whatever you want it to be. Anything.
Does it have to be a real? So it could be like a mythological one too.
No,
it had to have lived at one point
on the planet Earth. Yes.
That's tough.
It is. It is. I know mine.
I don't know.
You have no idea.
What would yours be? I have an idea of what mine would be.
Mine would be an otter.
Okay.
A river otter.
Okay.
Hands down. I guess, yeah. I mean, I would ask him. I would ask him legitimate, like, questions that would make his life better. What's your favorite thing to eat? What's the best kind of like environment you like to live in to make him comfortable? And I don't know the third question, but I'll think of one. Why don't you tell me yours?
See,
I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
I'm like legitimately trying to think it. I really don't know. Like,
I guess I'll ask him what he likes to do for fun too, so I can entertain him, give him food he likes to eat, and make him comfortable. That way, he'd be even a better pet. Dude, otters are so fucking awesome. How do you have no idea?
My mind is going in like 7 different places right now. I don't know which I would want more. That's the issue.
You'd want
it's like, I would kind of say like a monkey because I like to climb, and the monkeys have like if you asked me when I was like 10 years old, what's your favorite animal? It would be a monkey.
That's a good one though.
But then at the same time, I'm like trying to think like realistically, like what could kind of help me, like
you can
like,
get an ape.
Well, I'm thinking like like I'm sure back in the prehistoric days, there were giant ass turtles. Get a turtle. You can fucking go into the ocean and ride it like Lapras from Pokemon, and it can take you places. Cool. You know, I mean, granted, most places you need to go would take a long ass time to swim.
That's true.
But it would still be pretty cool to be able to do that. Yeah.
Ooh, fly.
Or that exactly. Like I'm sure there were giant ass birds back in the day. Like you could probably get a giant ass bird. Yeah.
Damn. Pterodactyl, will you eat me? Are you telling the truth about the fact that you're going to not eat me?
Are you telling the truth about telling the truth? Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I didn't think about that, but dude, otter.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think also like realistically, like what could help me out in the long run.
Brontosaurus, can I ride you? Can you walk faster? Do you eat anything but plants? Please.
Wasn't a brontosaurus a fake dinosaur? Brontosaurus is the long neck, right? One.
Yeah, it's the best with the long neck.
Yeah,
right?
I thought that wasn't a real dinosaur.
Oh, dude, if this is not, oh my god, if Brontosaurus is a fake dinosaur, my life has changed forever. Fuck out of here. No way.
Brontosaurus.
Real or fake? I swear to God, man. Brontosaurus stomps back to claim its status as real dinosaur. Latest stories, National Geographic, April 7th, 2015.
So at one point, it was speculated to have been not real.
Jesus Christ, I would have been so upset at that. My whole childhood would be a lie. But whatever, it's real. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
God damn it, that'd be so scary.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with you're gonna say monkey.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So Matt says monkey. Let me tell us what would your pet be, and what would you like to ask that pet? What would you like to ask it, Matt? You didn't tell us that.
Well, first of all, if I had to pick one, it would probably be a chimpanzee or a gorilla, honestly, which are actually apes. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they're bigger. I said they can help. They would help hell of it. First question would be, are you gonna rip my arms out of my sockets?
Okay.
Because they are fucking strong and could 100% do that.
No doubt, no doubt.
Very little effort. 2, like you said, what do you really like to eat? So that way I know. I mean, obviously they eat a lot of like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, but no.
Is the banana thing real or?
Yeah, like I'm sure they eat They obviously eat bananas, but like obviously they have to eat other things too.
Of course. Like human flesh.
And then third question. I guess, would you just help me move stuff when I need it?
I got a pet gorilla. Well, what does he do? I help people move on the weekends.
Dude,
I actually got a moving company.
Think about that. You could get a banging moving company with a gorilla.
That's true. Dude, how much can you bench? How much can you bench? Yeah. Okay, cool. I want to hear from the listeners also too. What would you guys pick?
I actually just had a random one. This obviously isn't going to be it, but I just saw this because I saw this on Reddit the other day. Elephant.
Okay, what about it?
Because apparently, scientists have figured out that elephants view us how we view puppies. They think we're cute and small and fun.
How the fuck did they figure that out?
I don't know. It might be like they did like an MRI thing with the brain, and like they could see like certain parts of the brain that trigger like happiness and stuff like that.
Okay.
But my question would be do you think puppies are cute? Like, do you get like a double, like, we think puppies are cute, you think we are cute, therefore they like
cuteness is just fucking intensified.
It's intensified by like 2 or puppies. Like I can't.
What?
Exponential.
Exponentially increasing.
It's exponentially increased. So like instead of times 2, it's like us
times fucking 10.
Yeah.
Raised to the 10th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That would be my question for an elephant: is do you think puppies are like even cuter than us, or is it like just like the same thing, or like what's?
I would ask an elephant, why the fuck are you scared of mice?
I think that's a myth.
Just stomp them bastards. But whatever. Maybe they're just like, oh shit, startled. What the fuck is that? But maybe it's like a cockroach to like us, you know? Oh, gross, get out of here. But anyway, yeah, let us know. Let us know what you guys think. But so let's kick off as the BC. I have this article already pulled up. So did you see that Nintendo is releasing 2 new Switch models?
I did see. I didn't read into it though.
I'm gonna read into it right now if you don't mind.
Do it.
So, expanding on a rumor they first published last year, the Wall Street Journal now reports. The Wall Street Journal, really? That Nintendo is planning on releasing 2 new models of the Switch, and both may be out by 2019. The first, they say, will have enhanced features targeting at avid video gamers. Oh, no shit. Although it won't be as powerful as Sony Corp's PlayStation 4 Pro or Microsoft Corp's Xbox One X. No shit, it's still a handheld. The second model is a cheaper option for casual gamers that Nintendo sees as a successor to its aging handheld 3DS device. Okay, it's clear that the cheaper model will cut costs by removing features with the vibration specifically cited.
I'd be fine with that.
I could do without that.
Yeah.
They say both new versions are expected to be announced at E3 and possibly released a few months later in time for both Christmas and the release of new games like Pokemon Sword and Shield and Animal Crossing. Can't wait for Animal Crossing. Can't wait. I can't wait for both of those games. Anyway, the possibility of 2 new models is an interesting one. I think most people polled after the first report guessed that the new Switch would be either a cheaper replacement for the 3DS or a souped-up console for fanboys. Getting both would be wild. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I mean,
no. If the cheaper model is going to be actually cheaper, and it can make like, say Ashley and I get one, and we can play like linked up in a house, or whatever. If it takes pretty much the place of a Game Boy, I'm in. But then again, the current one also does that.
Yeah. I mean, hang on. I kind of zoned out because I was skimming an article real quick. Did they say a price drop?
I didn't see a price.
They didn't say a price. They just said it was going to be cheaper. All right.
That's all they said. Yes.
Okay.
So I mean, if they made it cheaper,
if there was a price. I just didn't hear it.
That just means multiple Switches per household.
Yeah, which ultimately increases sales for them.
Yeah. Duh.
Like it's they're not getting as much back per unit, but
they can sell more.
Theoretically they could sell more units.
Yeah. Because right now we're a one.
It's what, like 250? It's like 250 for a Switch, I think.
Maybe, but this article was from Kotaku, by the way. Let me look up the current Switch price.
One thing I want to point out, just with the drop in the price, increased sales. There's, I think, the Atlanta Falcons for the NFL.
Excuse me.
Like, normally when you go to a sporting event, it's like $7 for a bottle of water and like $8 for a hot dog and stuff like that. It's like expensive as hell. The Atlanta Falcons are cheap as dirt. They're like $2 for a bottle of water, $3 for a hot dog. And when they dropped prices to like reasonable prices like that, they actually saw an increase in sales. More people were spending more money because it was like, oh yeah, I'll buy like 3 or 4 hot dogs at $3 instead of paying $8 for one hot dog.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they're getting what, $1 to $3, $4 more for someone buying 3 hot dogs because it's cheaper rather than one hot dog because it's $8.
Or they can make. I see that. Yes, I see that point. But I would be the person to be like $8 for a hot dog. You're not getting anything from me. Fuck you. I'll go hungry.
Like when I go to sporting events, I go to like when I go to sporting events, I'm like, I'll get a sandwich, I'll get a drink, and like maybe a snack midway through the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when I first turned 21, I went to I think a Phillies game with my buddy who wasn't 21 yet. He's like, "You're 21, you can buy beer now." I'm like, "The beer here is $7.25. That's half a case.
I'll buy a case."
Like, I'm not. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna save that money, spend it on half a case tomorrow, and I'll be fine. I'm not spending $7.50 for a fucking beer here. You kidding me?
Yeah, dude, those
ridiculous.
So gouging. But yes, I would be the person who would spend no money on it because it's too expensive. But if it's $2, yeah, I'll buy it. And then now they're getting $2 from me when they wouldn't have gotten anything. So yeah,
I'm sure
I can see that too.
I'm sure there's plenty of people like that at sporting events. I go, no, I'm not giving any money for an $8 hot dog.
$17 for a popcorn, get fucked.
Yeah.
But by the way, Switch still $300, $299.99 on Nintendo's website. So just let you know. But yeah, dude, I think, I mean, why? I don't know. I think that's kind of, I can see a more powerful one as like a next gen, like an Xbox One X or something like that.
PS4 Pro or whatever they called it. Yeah.
But I don't think a cheaper model would really. If you're a video gamer, if you're a gamer, you're gonna want something better, not watered down. I mean, unless you're like, let me get this for my 3-year-old to play Odyssey. Or
I could definitely think of some things they could take out of the Switch to like decrease costs, like the SD card slot. You could take that out.
I guess.
Or like maybe take out like the hard drive altogether and make it so that way like it comes with an SD card that's so big. And that way like it decreases the size and you can choose like if you want to upgrade it or not. And it's just like stuff like that, and decreases size, which decreases the stuff they have to put into it because you can buy an SD card for God knows how cheap.
Yeah, you can get it. You can like, I think it's like $50, like 256 or something. So
probably even less.
Something
than
like
that.
Maybe like 40. I don't know. I need to get like 3, by the way, right now. So I mean,
I think when I like shortly after I got a Switch, I just bought an SD card. I'm gonna like half the games, pretty much all the games I'm gonna buy on Switch, or I'm just gonna download digitally.
I still love the physical copies.
See, it's just with the Switch. We have
had this debate.
We have. I'm slowly switching to like, at least for video games, just digital.
Dude, but if something happens, you lose. It's gone, dude.
Yep. That is scary, but like.
Yeah. Plus, I can share games with you. If you want something I have physically, like Super Mario Party, try it out. I can like send it to you, let you borrow it. Like that way.
You're gonna mail a game across country.
I can if I want to. You can't digitally, unless like you give me your sign in. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, that doesn't. But anyway, I think it's pretty interesting. More Switches per household will definitely increase revenue, and I think because of Pokemon coming out, that'd be like our childhood.
That could also double game sales.
Exactly.
Because it's like, oh, we have 2 Switches, we both want to play Smash.
We want to smash together.
Gotta buy two smashes.
Gotta smash together.
Yeah,
that's true.
Both. You get the new Pokemon. One Switch gets one Switch gets the other.
I want Sword. I want Shield. Okay.
Yeah. That's double the sale.
And then we can switch.
Yeah.
If you buy it physically.
Haha, you get it. You have a Switch and you can switch.
Oh my
you can switch.
God.
You can switch. Get it?
Inception. Yeah.
You didn't even mean to do that.
No, I did not. I did not mean
puns
to do
on puns on puns.
Puns on puns. Moving on. Google has now announced that it will make a gaming console. Apparently.
Yeah, I saw that. And it's gonna be like they're streaming the games.
Is that what I saw? Let me pull this up.
Okay.
So I guess it's called Google Stadia, and it is. I have no idea what the fuck it is. Let me actually search that, because I saw this on Reddit. Of course, all my news comes from Reddit.
You read it on Reddit?
Yeah, I read it on Reddit. I'm just trying to get a regular kind of article about what the fuck it actually is. So apparently Stadia is a cloud gaming subscription service operated by a multinational technology company, Google. It's capable of streaming video games in 4K resolution at 60 frames per second with support for high dynamic range to players via the company's numerous data centers across the globe.
Okay. So
wait.
Subscription service for games.
The future of gaming is not a box, is their thing.
So I was watching a streamer the other day who was talking about this while he was eating in between gaming. And obviously like the whole subscription service is kind of like we're paying a monthly fee for games. It sounds like.
Yes.
Which I feel like it could go both ways for the points you made. So for like games like Borderlands, where you've put, or Dark Souls for me, where I put almost 1,000 hours into it, probably.
Yeah.
In the long run of things, paying up front $60 for it is better for me than paying whatever it is a month to have the game.
To keep that service. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree.
For a game like Doom, which took me 12 hours to beat, 10 hours to beat, can beat in almost one day.
Okay.
I pay, I don't know, whatever they charge for whatever the increment of time is that they have it for, whether it's like $5 a week or something like that.
Yep.
I could beat the game and experience it for $5. And
yes. If
that's like, okay. And the subscription, I'm done with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I essentially played and beat a AAA game for the price of a sandwich.
That's one way to look at it too.
So it's like
depending on how much it costs.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing.
If it's like $30 a month, or maybe still.
I mean, for me being PC and having Steam, I got the original or the Doom 2016 or whatever it is for like probably $5, $10.
Me too.
So for me, it's like, can I really justify a subscription service when I can wait for it to go on sale on Steam?
Yeah, that's true.
For me, it's like, but I don't know if you're able to do this through consoles where you don't necessarily get the sales.
I'm searching here, and if someone has the information, please enlighten me. But I don't know. Are they shipping like a individual? Because I know it has a controller. I saw the controller, which looks kind of, but are they shipping out some sort of console, or is it just like if you have an existing console, you can stream through our shit with the service? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Like I said, I only heard very briefly about it, but didn't actually look into it.
I'm looking at the controller right now. It's an amalgamation or congealed mess of a PlayStation controller and an Xbox controller. It's like it has the analog sticks in the same place as the PlayStation, but it's like more rounded and like kind of bubbled off like a Xbox controller. So
all right,
maybe, I don't know. Okay. This Stadia service, cloud gaming service subscription, will be accessible through the company's Google Chrome web browser.
Okay.
So fuck, any place who has Google Chrome can have this subscription service, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a price.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that they are still working on.
Yeah, and saying launch date 2019. So
kind of surveying.
Yeah, within the next 9 months, should be popping out. So it's something to look forward to, I guess. If yeah, it's compatible.
I mean,
with,
I'd be interested.
Yeah, I mean, if it is like 15
like
bucks
I said,
a month, as you said,
yeah,
play a game for
and
3 hours.
Yeah,
don't like it. Fuck it. Play a different game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
or you pay $15 and you beat a game within 2 days.
Exactly. And then
you go, okay, I'm done with that subscription. Let's put that $15 to something else.
Exactly. And then another game came out. Oh, done. Next.
You kind of got a little over about you. What was that?
I'm just saying, like, you can.
Oh.
$15. Okay, I don't want to cancel it for this time. But then another game comes out on that, or gets released. Like, okay, I'll pay for this month again, and then.
I mean, another good way to look at it is what you do with Netflix.
Exactly.
Sometimes, I don't watch Netflix for a month. I mean, granted, I live with 4 other people. I don't necessarily pay for the Netflix right now, but like.
Yeah, nah.
So pretty much everyone in the house at some point is watching Netflix or Hulu or one of the streaming services. But it's like,
of course, yeah.
When I did have my own Netflix account, it was like there'd be times where I didn't watch something for a month, but then there would be times where the only other thing on my other monitor was Netflix, and I just watched Netflix for like 3 weeks straight, and just binged every show on there. So it's like. Well, there's some months where I was not getting my money's worth, and there's some months where I was making the $9.99 a month, like a cent per episode.
Exactly.
That I watched.
So
it's like,
interesting.
It goes both ways. It all depends on how many games, I guess, and how they do the whole charging thing.
Yeah, if it's not like $30 a month, if it's within like the teens, it might be worth it because
if it's like.
I'm on Chrome, so.
Or if it's like, if theoretically, we don't know numbers, but $15 per game. Per month.
Per month, yeah.
Or you can pay $40, get 3 games per month. So technically, you're saving $5 for 3 games. Because 5 games or 3 games individually at 15 would be $45.
Yeah. But
so it's like
you can do you think they'll limit how many games you can play? Or just like, okay, you have access to all these games.
I mean,
$10 a month, or $20, or 25, or 40, whatever.
I feel like they'll more limit it. I feel like it might be like. I mean, it's tough to say. I feel like Google is a pretty smart company, relatively speaking.
Yep.
But it might be like, this price for this many games per month, or like, maybe like in that case where it's like $40 for 3 games and it's $15 a game. But for that $40 deal, it's like a 6-month plan. So you're locked into that for 6 months.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or you could do 3 $15 games, but you can, like, not necessarily those 3 games will be locked in for, those 3 specific games will be locked in, but you can only have access to 3 games at a time.
At a time? Okay.
Yeah. Or you could do $15 a game per month. But you can kind of have pretty much as much as you want. You can have more than 3 if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, but you just have to pay $15.
And you can also just cancel the fifth, like after that month, you could cancel one of them, and then you only have 2.
Okay. I guess. Well, yeah. I mean, all we can do is wait and find out.
Yeah.
So that.
Like I'm just trying to think of scenarios of how they could do pricing, because like working at a rock climbing gym, we have membership payments, and it's like. Yeah, and it's like, day pass is this much. But if you come in more than 3 times, get a membership. You're saving money that way. But if you know you're going to be here for like a year or something, if you go with this option, it's going to save you $5 a month, which in turn saves you $60 a year.
It is a video game. So, I mean, think about
it's
that.
like, but in that year, you're committed to a year at paying that $5 less. Like, you can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Unless like either a gym closes for a certain amount of time, or you die, or you move a certain amount of miles away from any gym.
If the gym closes,
think those are the three things in the contract. Well, yeah, like there's like stipulations in the contract where it's like these three things are the reason that you will be able to get out of this contract. But if you don't pass these three things,
you move or you die.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But yeah, I'll check it out when it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I have Google Chrome installed on my computer, so I guess this is a good lead into something else that I just noticed now, that Apple Arcade exists or will exist.
I don't know if I've heard anything about this.
Well, Apple Arcade is Apple's game subscription service for all Apple devices. Now you know. Today, let me see when this article was published. March 25th. Yeah, today. This is 8 hours ago, as of this recording of this podcast on March 25th, 2018. Today, Apple has announced its own subscription service called Apple Arcade. Unlike Google Stadia, perfect segue. It will not be a streaming service, but rather access to an exclusive amount of games from the App Store. It will be accessible on Apple devices, Macs, Apple TV, iPhones, iPads. The games on Apple Arcade will be exclusive, and the company is helping with development as well. According to Apple, they are working with studios Pura Interactive, Bossa Studios, Cartoon Network, Finji, Giant Squid, Clay, Klei, Clay Entertainment, Konami, Lego, Mistwalker Corporation, Sega, Snowman, and Ostwo as its first development partners. A unique feature is the family sharing feature. Once you purchase Apple Arcade, you can share it with family or who you are connected with on your phone plan. All games are playable offline.
Okay.
Interesting. It talks about pricing. There is no price announced yet, but it will be released later this fall. So, I mean, I guess, dude, everybody is going to be on the fucking bandwagon. Google, Apple, I'm sure Samsung's going to fucking come out with something now. Huawei, I'm sure everybody is going to be doing something. And this goes back to our conversation, God knows how long ago. How many fucking subscription services are we willing to pay for a month? Mm-hmm. You know? I mean, it adds up, dude. Netflix is now $15 or something, right? It just went up.
Yeah, it just went up recently.
Netflix, divide out my PlayStation subscription. If you get this, I mean, fuck,
you got Hulu, you Amazon Prime, you know.
How far are they willing to take it?
It's one of those things where, like, it cuts both ways. Because, like, the more I think about this, like, we were just talking about the whole Google Stadia, how, like, you know, we'll see, you know, maybe I'll be interested. But then I was also thinking a little bit, and I was like, there used to be software you used to be able to get on your computer that you could just pay up front and pay this much money, and that was it. You owned it.
Yep.
And now, like, I think the main thing that's coming to my mind is, like, Photoshop, essentially.
Yeah.
And now, like, Photoshop is a monthly thing. Like, you can't get Photoshop, like, straight up, I don't think. Or there's other software like that. Or another thing that pisses me off.
Isn't Word, like Microsoft, like Office? You have to pay your subscription.
It might be. It might be. I don't know. I don't have Word on any of my computers because I don't pay for that.
Exactly.
I just get, like, I think it's, like, I don't know what it's called. It's like Office Libre or something.
I don't know.
And it's essentially Word, but it's free.
Gotcha.
And
Office Word Lite.
Like, the other thing I always bring back to is fucking cell phones now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, you don't. At least with Verizon, you can't pay straight up what the phone costs, and I hate it.
It fucking infuriates me. I try to do it with my phone.
Yeah, when I bought this phone, the most I could put down was half. I was like, I literally want to give you my money, and you are not taking it. I literally am telling you, I will pay this $500 up front.
Right now.
Right now, you don't have to worry about it later. And they're like, no, you can only put down half. I'm like,
yep.
All right, you better hope I hold on to this phone long enough to pay it off, or else you're losing money. Like,
I don't know. We'll get it somehow or another. But I did the same thing with this phone, the Samsung. I still have my Samsung S7 Edge. I went to Best Buy, actually, because they were giving, like, a free... If you got the phone there, you get, like, a free television, which actually is pretty cool. I have it upstairs right now. It's a free 32-inch smart TV. Sure, fuck yeah.
How much you pay for the phone?
I put, like... I paid... I think $400 for it that day.
And was that, like, half?
And I apparently so. But I asked them, I was like, dude, okay, so like my mom didn't want the extra $30 on the bill a month. So okay, I'll just pay for the phone up front. I asked them like 7 times. I'm like, are you sure that it's paid off? Yes, sir, it's paid off. Are you sure that I will not get any charges on my bill every month? Like, nope, sure, we're positive. Yep, you paid it off. Here you go, done deal. It's like, okay, thank you. I walked out. Sure enough, my mom like texts me like, I don't know, 3 weeks later. I got this thing on my bill for like $35. I was like, "Ma, you fucking kidding me?" But apparently it was half. Apparently the phone was like fucking like $800 at the time, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Like,
days.
If like, as long as there's the option of like, obviously with Google Stadia, obviously pretty much, I'm assuming pretty much every game that's gonna be on there you can find somewhere else.
Yeah, I fucking hope. I mean, I'm sure, but like, then again, they'll probably do if Apple's working with specific studios, like I just mentioned. I'm sure Google's gonna start doing it too, and I'm sure they're gonna have their own exclusives.
Yeah,
which is like, fuck. I mean, I want to play this game, but not gonna fucking pay for their subscription. So it's like, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna come in hot now when we transition because I have.
What you got? What? Huh?
So there's Epic Games. Which I'm surprised you haven't heard about this.
Oh, okay.
It's been a whole shit show for the past like month. Okay. And it all started. So Epic Games came out with their like own PC client. So essentially, like Valve has Steam, EA has Origins, Ubisoft has Uplay.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. What the fuck?
But like, obviously, like with all these, it's like, you know, the client is free. You're not paying for the client. You're paying for the games to play.
Yeah. Yep.
But it all started like a month ago where Metro Exodus was being advertised on both Epic Games client and Steam. And then it came out, it's going to be a 1-year exclusive on Epic Games client. And people got furious. And they're like, this is fucking bullshit. It's been advertised for the past like however many months that it's going to be on both, and on Steam that it's going to be released on this day, and now it's getting pushed back a year. And they're like, well, if you pre-purchased it, it's still going to come out on that day. You can still play it that day on Steam.
Just that day?
I think supposedly they were going to still support it with patches throughout until that year, or throughout its entire life cycle. But people were furious because it was like, all of a sudden it was like,
what the fuck?
It went from being released on this day to this day. And the reason was Epic Games wasn't taking it. Like, so when you buy games on Steam, I would assume this goes for anything you buy digitally or anything you buy, essentially whoever's selling it is getting a cut of the money, which makes sense because they're putting it out there. You know, they need to earn money somehow. Yeah.
It's on their platform or whatever you want to call it.
And apparently Epic Games was taking less money than Steam was. And I think Epic Games might have also, I might be wrong with this. If I'm wrong, don't be afraid to correct me. But I think Epic Games might have also gave the developers of Metro Exodus money to say, give us a 1-year exclusive. Which ultimately that would mean more people would buy it on Epic Games. Epic Games would get more money.
And doesn't sound wrong.
For those of you that don't know, the reason Epic Games would be able to do this with this amount of money is because they are the creators of Fortnite. So they're getting in all that Fortnite cash. So they have a lot of cash to spend right now, I bet.
Oh, that 6-year-old money, yeah.
But then a couple other games, I think it was announced like 2 or 3 weeks ago. What is it? Outer Worlds we're excited for?
Yep.
1-year exclusive on Epic Games. So either I am buying that on PS4 or I'm waiting a year for it to come out on Steam.
So wait, yet. Okay, wait. So as the 1-year exclusive on Epic Games, is that just digitally? Can I buy a physical PS4? Right?
So I think that's only for PC.
Okay.
I think we're only talking PC.
Your problem, not mine.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm either going to buy it on
PS4. Get up,
PS4,
dude, fucking get on
or I'm
PS4.
going to wait a year.
Get on PS4 and play it together.
Maybe I'll buy it twice. We'll see.
Sekiro, games buy twice.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, dude, get it.
But yeah, so now
available, but we can talk about it at least.
It's like scary because it's like what? Because Metro got away with this, and gamers were pissed about this. Reddit was up in arms with pitchforks and torches about this.
I think I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm. This is coming back to me.
It's starting to come back now.
I saw a picture, and of the game, and someone circled the Steam logo on the back of the game. They're like, "What the fuck? Where is it now?"
Yeah.
So I think.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like, it's still being advertised.
I just dropped a
right?
picture. I just dropped a picture. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let me just move
but
it.
yeah, people are kind of pissed that it's still being advertised for Steam. But the other thing is apparently like for Metro, at least, is the community forums. People are still using to figure out problems, and people are like, if this game isn't being available for Steam to buy right now, they shouldn't be able to use Steam forums to figure out shit.
No,
like. Let Epic deal with that shit. Let them deal with their stuff.
Yeah,
which
let
is
them deal with every issue
kind of,
that would come up. Yeah.
But
well, that's bullshit.
But
you know what's cool?
With this, what?
You have a PS4. You can go and buy it right now.
It's you can't really see it, but that's where Pikachu is sitting right now.
Yeah,
it's right here.
Yeah.
I don't want to actually turn it on. I don't think it's actually plugged in. I don't think I plugged it in after I rearranged my desk.
Bastard child. Ugh.
But in light of that, about Epic Games taking exclusives and people getting pissed off, Bethesda, who was in a shithole for a while, with Fallout 76 and a couple other things, said, "Hey, we're good guys again. Rage 2, Doom Eternal, Fallout 76, and more will be coming to Steam this year."
Okay. Dude, I actually really want to
or be available on Steam.
Rage 2 looks sick.
Bethesda tweeted, "We are pleased to announce that Rage 2, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Wolfenstein Cyberpilot, and Doom Eternal will be released on Steam," as well as then the link to their website. "We will also bring Fallout 76 to Steam later this year."
Yay. Fuck that. Yay.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where, like, I think someone commented on it. It's like, or on a Reddit thread I saw, it's like, Bethesda is just, like, trying to cover their asses right now after that shitstorm they just had about, like, Fallout 76 and stuff. And now it's like, hey, guys, we're good guys. Remember us? Yeah. And people are like, yay, you're a good guy.
Bethesda's like, okay, here's how it goes. Bethesda, hey, guys, I'm going to do something good. Everybody's like, we're still mad at you. And then be like, no, wait, hear us out. And then be like,
yeah,
okay, fine.
Yeah. And
then we'll forgive you for now. But yeah, Fallout 76 is still. But dude, yeah, Rage 2, it looks fucking badass, by the way, since we're on the top really quick. And dude, it's coming out May 14th, so not very long to wait.
Holy shit.
A new game. Okay. So, woo.
Although, it doesn't.
What?
So I'm looking right now on this article. Obviously, I'm assuming since they made this tweet, they're going to release it on release date on Steam. But it doesn't actually say they're releasing it on release date on Steam. If they don't release it and they have a whole fucking exclusive thing on their client or some other client and not Steam.
For what?
For the games they announced that are coming to Steam, there might be a shit show.
Oh, you mean exclusive to Steam only?
Yeah. No, not exclusive. No, I'm saying like, they're saying it's coming to Steam.
Yeah.
But like if it's like what Outer Worlds and Metro Exodus, where it's like a 1-year exclusive on
it's coming to Steam.
Epic's
2 years.
But then it's coming to a Steam year later. Yeah, then there will be a huge shit show and Bethesda will be even further in the hole than they were. Which Bethesda seems to do a lot. It seems like they kind of go they're the good guys, and then they do something and thare like, oh, why are you doing this? And then they're good guys again, and then why'd you do that? And then they're the good guys again, and you're digging yourself a hole again.
Yeah.
Because before the whole microtransactions thing, I remember Bethesda tried charging for horse armor in Skyrim, and people got up in arms. And now you look at Call of Duty, where you pay $249 for a gun skin.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
So it's
I'm
it's
so
like
done with the
they were just ahead of their game. If had they done that now, people would be like,
okay. Fine, Bethesda. Right. Yeah, I get it, but
so
I don't know. See, we'll just see. But now I'm actually pretty pumped, man. Rage 2 coming out soon. That's pretty cool.
Still, speaking of subscription services, though, I got something else.
God damn! All right, what do you got?
Yeah, this is heavy subscription episode. I hope you guys subscribed. We don't charge anything, but please subscribe.
Yeah, we don't charge anything for our subscription. Just go ahead and watch, please.
What do we charge? We charge your time. That's it.
While you're doing something else that you want to do, driving.
He knows what's
at
up.
work or whatever.
He's that way.
I'm right here. What else you got for subscription? Something blah blah blah.
So, speaking of subscription services of streaming services of movies and TV shows, Amazon is apparently in the works with a Dark Tower series. Dark Tower movie came out a year ago, 2 years ago, with Idris Elba.
Year and a half, maybe. It was a decent movie.
With Matthew McConaughey. I haven't seen it. I've heard it was a good movie if you have not read the books. If you have read the books, it was not a good movie.
Ready Player One sucks as a movie, but I liked it as a book though. So
in all fairness, the Dark Tower series is 8 books, I think. I think it's 8 books.
Long series. But can I just say this right now though? Books will always be better than movie. You can have more detail.
There are very few books that do overtake movies. Or TV shows, I should say.
Here's a book that takes 15 hours or 30 hours to read. Yeah. Here's a 2-hour movie.
But
it's better.
Dark Tower movie wasn't well received. I remember even hearing when it was announced, like people were like, "This should be a TV show. This should not be a movie unless it's going to be like a Harry Potter-esque movie series where there are 7 or 8 movies." Because you can't do an 8-book series in 3 hours. Yeah,
it wasn't that long of a movie.
Or even a trilogy, you would not be able to do this series in. Because I've read and listened to all the books on audiobook.
Oh, cool.
They are long. There's a lot that happens, and I could not see that happen in 9 hours.
The Dark Tower was an hour and 35-minute movie.
Yeah, you could, like the first book, not a lot happens. You could probably merge like the first 2 books together.
Okay.
But like book 3, book 4, book 5, I'm trying to remember the other books, but yeah, like maybe the last 2 books you could possibly merge together, but that would be like a 3.5-hour movie maybe.
Okay.
And even then you would still be cutting stuff out. Cutting stuff out. Yeah. But apparently Amazon is saying they're in the works of making a TV show with Glenn Mazara will be on board as a showrunner. He is a writer and producer for The Walking Dead and Damien. I don't know what Damien
Never
is.
Heard of that.
It's in parentheses.
Who knows?
There's no one officially casted yet. But the people that are in speculation for Roland Deschain, who's like the main character, the protagonist that the book follows, Idris Elba's character, will play Roland, is Sam Strike, who... These are 2 people, honestly, I've never really heard of. Apparently, he was in a prequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he was Leatherface in 2017.
I have no I have no interest in those movies, but good for him.
Yeah, like cool. I'm looking at his filmography, nothing I recognize, and television I don't recognize anything. And then the person who would play the Man in Black or Randall Flagg, who actually appears, McConaughey's character, who actually, this Randall Flagg appears in multiple Stephen King books. Which is how people link them together as being in the same universe. Okay. He's supposed to be like a mystical, supernatural person. I don't even know how to say his last name. Jasper Paconin?
Jasper Ravencrux III.
I will send you how you spell his last name, and it does not make sense to me. It's like he's Finnish. But it's like P with 2 A's with 2 dots over both of the A's, and then KK, I did an O with 2 dots over the O and N-E-N. I don't know how you pronounce that last name. I probably butchered the hell out of it. But when I looked through his filmography, the only thing I slightly recognize is he was in the TV show Vikings. I've not seen it, but he was in it for like 2 years from 2016 to 2018. That's the only thing I remotely recognize him from. Everything else is like Finnish stuff, which being an American, I don't watch Finnish films.
You don't? Oh, weirdo. Yeah, I would just say Pakonin, something like that. Which is, I'm guaranteeing it's fucking wrong. But yeah, that's cool though. I will probably watch that. Stephen King writes good shit.
Yeah, I mean,
always has.
I've listened to like all the books and read all the books, and it was kind of a letdown with how the series ended. But at the same time, it was kind of like
you understood it.
Cool. It was kind of a cool ending because it kind of, without spoiling, it wrapped everything together. Let me put it that way.
That's good.
If you really want to know it, I'll tell you after the recording of how it ends.
I mean, if it's gonna come out in a series, I'll want to watch it.
I mean, I would assume they would end it the same way, but like with Game of Thrones, which HBO is doing, there's only 5 books out. There's going to be 7 books out. The show has surpassed the books 2 seasons ago, and they're starting their last season. Like, there's many stuff that happens in the books that does not happen in the show. But I think, if I remember correctly, the author of the books made the writers either stick true to how he wanted to end the series, or made them, I think, even guess how the ending was going to happen, how it was all going to end, before he would let them.
That's interesting.
Start it. Because I guess he wanted to at least, like, because in the Game of Thrones, season 1, book 1, there's very little that does not cross over. Like, pretty much book 1 is season 1. And then book 2, for the most part, is season 2. And then once you get into, like, season 3 and book 3, it, like, starts, like, diverging a little bit. And then, like, it really starts just getting further and further apart, almost, where, like, certain characters don't go to the same places remotely.
But that's kind of cool, though, because if you read the books, you're so surprised watching the show.
Which I remember when Walking Dead first came out, the writers of the TV show were like, we're going to follow the same basic stuff, but, like, we're not doing the same stuff with the characters. Because, like, spoiler alert for something a decade ago almost, in the Walking Dead TV show, Shane survives until end of season 2. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Rick's partner. Yeah. At the end of the farm season.
He shoots him.
But in the comics, Shane dies within, like, the first, like, 4 or 5 issues.
Yeah.
So it's like, before they even make it out of Atlanta, Shane dies in the comics.
Good. Welcome.
So it was like they did that, and, like, I think, who's the blonde hair chick? Adrian? You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Like, she survives, like, all the way through, like, for years in the comics, and she dies in, like, season 3 of the show. Like, she makes it to Alexandria, where, like, they settle down, and, like, Negan, the whole Negan story arc happens. She makes it to there, but she dies in, like, season 3 of the TV show. Yeah. So, like, in that, they said straight up, they're like, we're following the comics, but we're not following the comics. That way, comic readers don't even necessarily know what's going to happen.
Gotcha. No, I gotcha.
Like, comic readers know roughly what the story plot is going to be. So, like, I knew Negan was coming. I knew what the current plot is.
Yeah. I haven't watched.
Which apparently, Walking Dead has gotten pretty good again.
Really?
Apparently, like, the last couple of seasons. I died off at the start of Negan. I wanted to like it.
I stopped watching right after the Cannibal Camp.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called though. Yeah.
Sanctuary?
No, I don't think it was Sanctuary.
I'm just thinking Borderlands, I guess. Whatever, doesn't matter. But I stopped watching after that because it started following each character.
Well, that's the thing. Terminus. Yeah.
So I stopped watching after that.
Yeah.
It started following one character per episode. And I was like, fucking stupid. So
I mean, that's what Game of Thrones does really well, and I think because they don't have commercials, they can do it. Is they have 50, 60 minutes of just being able to straight TV show, and it can fit like 3 or 4 different story arcs into it.
Gotcha. Cool.
Whereas on a cable TV show, in an hour you have 15 minutes maybe worth of commercials.
Yep. So
it takes you down to like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to fit in a bunch of different characters,
yeah, fuck it. But
so
yeah. Anyway, you just mentioned here in the comment section here something. What else you do from last 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's what I can bring up. So I think it was last podcast. I was like, I'm going to cut out soda. I'm going to cut out energy drinks.
Ooh. Are you fucking like fiending? You like?
So I've been cheating a little bit. I've been having energy drinks here and there when I've really.
I've only had 3 a day instead of 6.
No, it's been like 3 a week. Get it right.
Compared to, I mean, have you had one?
Compared to like 1 to 2 a day.
Oh, okay.
So I've cut myself off pretty well, I feel like. But I don't have it next to me. I don't think I had this last time we recorded. I bought a big hydro flask.
Oh yeah, you said it was on its way.
Yeah, I bought a 40-ounce one.
Nice.
So it's like, it's gonna make me drink water because I can keep it cold. You know, I like cold water. I don't like room temperature water.
Been filled with energy.
Pretty much like every night and every morning, I just fill it up with water, throw like 8 or 9 ice cubes in it, and it's good.
How long does it last? Honestly,
it keeps it like it keeps it like relatively cold.
Okay.
For like a solid
shift
20 hours, I would say. Yeah, okay, it's a full shift of work. I think when I left,
that's all you need.
I went into work today at 8 a.m. I left around 3. And I remember I shook my hydro flask and I still heard ice cling.
How much did you pay for that?
I think I paid $40 for a 40-ounce.
$1 an ounce, man.
Or $45 for a 40-ounce.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, like I definitely, But
I mean, I have this
one.
Nalgene,
I've been drinking a lot more. That's the thing. I like it cold.
I don't necessarily like it cold. I drink water fast when I do drink it. So.
Well, here's the other thing. So like I bought it. And I feel like I was doing pretty good. I was drinking at least a full hydro flask of 40 ounces a day.
That's it.
40 ounces of water. I mean, 40 ounces of water. That's still pretty good. I feel.
I drink a gallon of water a day.
Okay, calm down there, hot stuff. You're also like 200 pounds heavier than me of pure muscle,
dude.
And you work out a lot more.
I lost 19 pounds. Anyway.
But now it's like this is a pain in the ass because I actually have the lid right here. Cause it's like
Is there an easy way to sip, or is just take the whole fucking thing?
You gotta take the whole fucking thing off. Okay. But
do you spill?
Now it's like fuck it. No, I don't spill. It's just a pain in the ass because I have to really try and it takes some energy to get it off and put it on. It's not like an Nalgene where it's just like you can use one hand.
Yeah.
So it's like fuck it. I'll get one of those flip things with a nozzle and a straw.
Okay.
So I got one of those. Normally when I coach for 2 hours.
Okay.
I coached yesterday, which was Sunday, from 4 to 6. When I went into coach, I had a full 40-ounce hydro flask at 4 o'clock. I think it was empty by 5:30.
Holy shit.
Yeah, ever since I put the straw thing in, it's just like pull it up. Yeah, you just suck it down and then close it.
Damn.
And it still keeps like I had the straw thing in there and it kept it cold all throughout work.
So
like I was skeptical because I was like, it has straw. It has like it doesn't have the vacuum necessarily.
It's open kind of some foot to the environment a little bit.
But it still kept it cold all through my shift, and I was like, all right, like I'm definitely gonna start drinking more water because I can just suck this down and be done it. Yeah.
You're like
I coached tonight from 5:30 to 9, and I think I was out of water at like 8 o'clock.
Damn. Well, that's good.
And that was the second 40-ounce hydro flask I drank that day. So I pretty much drank the entire thing at work. So I'm getting better. I'm getting there.
I'm looking at online right now. $43 for a 40-ounce wide mouth.
Yeah.
That's I mean, it won't dent it because that would suck. There's a nice olive color that I would buy.
I think I got like the dark navy blue or something.
You got cobalt.
Yes,
cobalt. Not bad, man.
Not bad. I guess last thing we really have on the list.
Yeah, what do we got?
Mr. will maybe hit an hour, and it's been an hour 20 almost.
Yeah. Famous last
is
word, right?
Disney most recently acquired Fox.
God
finally.
damn it.
Which they're slowly becoming the monopoly we all love and hate at the same time. But
hate to love.
What that does mean is now Disney, who owns Marvel, owns the Fantastic Four and X-Men and Deadpool.
Okay, this could be a good thing. Okay.
Apparently, I heard Dark Phoenix is still going to happen. New Mutants is probably just going to be sent straight to a streaming service.
That's all right.
And then, and I think I heard they're possibly going to reboot X-Men maybe after Dark Phoenix again, with whatever they decide to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking to my buddy at work who liked superhero movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the possibility of, he's like, do you think Deadpool will appear in Avengers? And I go, I don't think he will.
Not
I think the movie is pretty much already shot.
Yep, done.
Like, unless they knew pretty much it was going to happen and they had, like, kind of two versions ready, where it's like, if they did acquire it before the release, you know, they would send out version A. If they didn't require it officially before the release, it would be version B sent out. And I told him, I was like, the only way I would want to see him in it is post-credit scene, or in the middle of some scene, just have Deadpool way in the background. Just kind of, but he's not looking at the camera, and he just looks at the camera and it just goes back to whatever he's doing, and don't have anyone acknowledge him. Yep. And my buddy was like, yeah, they should like freeze it and point an hour to it. I'm like, no, don't even do that, because that takes away from the movie. You gotta have it hidden in the background, so that way on the second or third time around, people will go, holy fuck.
Yep.
Like, that's Deadpool.
They should have him on like a merry-go-round and doing something stupid like that. Like
just something in the background that if you're not paying attention, you could easily miss.
Exactly.
Like, don't even give him a line. Just like make a little cameo of him in the background.
Blurred, like kind of blurry too. Like he doesn't draw attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, just like a little look at the camera, a little wave, and then just walks off or
post credit.
Because that's something they could easily just do with green screen. Have Ryan Reynolds come in and put him in front of a green screen like that, and just have him turn, wave, and then like walk off, and then just superimpose it somewhere in the film.
Edit it in somewhere with today's yeah. Okay. I like it.
Like that's the only way I would want to see him in there, if they do somehow manage to put him in. But I think it's a little too close to release for them to.
I agree. So we'll see. Maybe in one of the following movies.
Yeah.
Like Panther 2.
I mean, it would be nice to see. Yeah. I think Spider-Man would be a good one for them to do it in, because he always gets confused in the comics as Spider-Man.
Yes, I agree.
And I feel like I always see it on Reddit of him being confused as Spider-Man and his love-hate relationship with Spider-Man. So I feel like that would be a really good spot to kind of just superimpose him somewhere in there, and people be like, there he is.
Okay, I see you, buddy. Yeah. That's cool though, but that opens up a whole new fucking world. I'd just like to see like them in a bar or something, like a post-credit scene or something at a bar, and just seeing like Logan in the back, like in like a a flashback. Of course, because he's
like him.
He's kind of dead now.
I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna say a post-credit scene or something of Deadpool just standing at the grave.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But like,
because it seems like Marvel does a lot of things where it's like
I don't know.
The mid-credit scene in a Marvel movie is like a build-up for either the next movie in the MCU or next film for that hero. And then like the post-credit scene is just like a fun
something funny that happened in that movie.
Yeah, like Ant-Man 2 is like an ant playing drums, like Captain Marvel was puking up the Tesseract, which was kind of like a plot point, but also was just like a haha, that's funny.
Yeah. We knew you ate it. Haha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like stuff like that. So
cool. All right.
Yeah.
So want to do a quick little recap of our episode?
I'll let you do
something we haven't done before. So if you guys, you can point this out.
You got 60 seconds. Go.
60 seconds. Okay, so this week we go over our weeks, of course. We talk about some Epic Games drama. We go over the new Google gaming service, Stadia. We talk about Amazon's, of course, new gaming service, Apple Arcade. I'm sorry, not Amazon. Apple new gaming service, Apple Arcade. You give me 60 seconds. Let me do this. We talk about new Switch models and what that means for Nintendo's sales and potential more multiple consoles. Disney officially acquires Fox, and there might be a Dark Tower series from Amazon coming. So that's roughly about what we talked about.
And Sekiro is hard, and if we had to pick pets, Al would take an otter, and I would probably take a gorilla. But then again, I might take a elephant because I would want to know if they think we are as cute as puppies, or puppies are cuter, or if they just don't care about puppies.
And why they're scared of mice. Anyway,
yes,
that's a quick 30-second, 40-second recap of our episode, and we'll start doing that from now on.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, let's cut it.
All right. Bye.
We'll catch you guys next week. Bye.